So, good morning. So, let us, as you already read the current electricity chapter, so you have read in class 10 also. So, there are some experiments because if you see the statement, an experiment is a question which science poses to nature, and a measurement is a recording of nature sensors. So when any theory is there, because according to Albert Einstein, he had told that a theory can be proved by an experiments. So as you know the different type of theory, that is your Ohm's law, that is a very famous law in current electricity relating potential difference and current flowing through any resistors. And Wheatstone bridge, that is a very important principle. Another is the potentiometer, that is also an important principle. And you have read in theory also the different type of measuring devices, that is the meter bridge and potentiometer for the measurement of resistance, for the measurement of EMF in potentiometer, measurement of internal resistance, comparison of EMF of cells by help of potentiometer. So these are the experiments. So let us see first that when you are going to current electricity, what are the different type of instrument usually we are using. The first one, the instruments that we are using, you see this is your, this type of wire is called as your DCC wire. This has very high value of conductivity. So when I am connecting between the two terminals, its resistance is negligible. So these are the connecting wire we are using in the electrical circuit for the betterment, for the best quality of electrical circuit. Now you know this is the cell. This is a dry cell of 1.5 volt. This is the bigger one and this is the pencil cell. I have connected two pencil cells here in series, as a result of which the combination of two cells, that is called as the battery. You know these things. Now another type of instrument we are using, that is, this is called the key. This is one way key, because here you see, if you see the symbol in the circuit what I have done, this is the key. So when I am putting it, this dot means I am putting it, means the switch is on. If it is not there, then it is off. So this is your one way. The another type of instrument which we are using, that is the measurement of the current. This is your ammeter. So here we are measuring the current. You can see here there are marks, and you have to find out the first the least count. If any type of measuring instrument is given to you, you have to find out its least count. Least count. Least count. That is the minimum measurement that can be measured by the measuring instrument. If you see this instrument, here there is a point. This is 0 and it is written 0.25. This is written 0.25 in this instrument. And here you see there are 10 divisions in between them. Here there are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is like this. I am taking from from this to this. So here this 10 division correspond to 0.5 ampere. So 1 division correspond to 0.25 divided by 10. So it is 0.025 ampere. So the least count of the instrument is this much. And remember one thing, when you are measuring any type of physical quantity by help of the measuring instrument, it should be multiple of least count. Suppose sometime what will happen, the pointer is suppose here. So neither it will coincide with this, neither coincide with this. So student are telling, sir, it is in between these two. So I am taking half of this, half of this, half of this. But you cannot take like that, because in that measuring instrument you cannot measure any value less than the least count. If you are written like this, then you have not done it. You will not done. So always the measurement in any type of measuring instrument is multiple of the least count. That is the first thing. Second thing is, you have to see what is the range of the measuring instrument. If you see this emitter, it is 0 to 1.5. It means you can measure maximum current 1.5 ampere by help of this. Here I have a millimeter. Here it is written 0 to 500. It means its range is 0 to 500 milliampere. Another, when you are taking any type of measuring instrument, you should see carefully that before taking measurement, the pointer should be coincide with the 0. If you see clearly this instrument, it is not coincide with the 0. If it is not coincide with the 0, then it has 0 error. It has 0 error. So first of all, you have to avoid the 0 error. So to avoid the 0 error, what to do? You have to take this type of this is your tester, and here there is a knot, and you have to do it like this. If you do like this, it will be adjusted. Now it is coming. So you adjust it. If it is in this side, then you move it. So this is the adjust key. In each and every instrument you see there is adjust key. There is adjust key. There is adjust key. So first, when you take any type of instrument, first you measure see whether there is 0 error or not, correct it, find the least count, find the range. Now, suppose you are taking, this is a galvanometer. Galvanometer, you have read, galvanometer is the instrument which detects the existence of the current and also the direction of current. We will use it in the meter gauge. So this is your galvanometer. Here the pointer is at the middle. So when it is at the middle, it is called null deflection. It is called null deflection. Now this is the instrument which is the voltmeter. Voltmeter is the instrument that will be measure the potential difference. So similarly here also you find the least count. Okay. Now you see this is another instrument. This is rheostat. Rheostat means it is variable resistor. When this knob is moved across this, then the resistance in the circuit will change. This is variable resistor. And here you can see this is a resistance box. This resistance box has different knobs. Here it is in 1, here it is in 2, here it is in 2, here it is in 5. So if I open it means I am giving 1 ohm. If I release it, then 1 and 2 both are in series, so it is 3 ohm. So like that. So here you can give a particular step value of the resistor, but here it is a variable value of resistance. Variable value of resistance. Now another thing, see carefully. This is a very important device you must have seen in any type of electrical or electronics. So this is called as multimeter. This is the multimeter means by help of this you can able to measure the value of potential difference. You can able to measure the resistance. You can able to measure the current. All can be measured by this. Here there is a knob, it is in off position. Here it is written DC volt. From this to this it is DC volt. So you can measure the voltage if you take this range. If you, here it is resistance. So this is the multimeter we are using. And then this is the digital one. And this is the analog one. This is analog. This is digital multimeter, this is analog multimeter. And this is a very important instrument. You must have seen in any type of electronic soap. Suppose you are putting it. And if you see whether there is a connection between 2 points or not. Suppose here it is showing deflection. Suppose I am touching from here and here, it is showing no deflection. Here you see. Now I am showing, suppose I am touching between 2 points. So what this is? You can see your deflection is there. Means this is conductive. Here there is resistance. So when you are going to any type of electronic soap, usually they are using this. So what they are doing? They are putting at some point and touching at different point. If it does not show any deflection at a particular point, it means there is wrong. If it is not showing the deflection, so it means there is a disconnection in the circuit. So they will put some welding, there is soldering at that point, and it is okay. So this is your analog, this is the digital. Here you can measure also analogically by the help of the pointer. Here you can measure by help of the digit. Now, you know this screw gauge. Screw gauge, that will be the list count of the screw gauge I am using, that is 0.001 centimeter. And by help of this, we will measure the diameter or whatever it may. Now, you see this iron. This is a constant iron. Have a high value of resistivity. And this iron has uniform cross section. I have taken from here. Okay, so these are the different things we are using. This is a battery box. Battery box means I am taking 4 cells like this, so it will be behaves like a battery. 4 cells, so it will be total will be 6 volt. If I am taking these 4 cells. Okay. So in your class 12, the first experiment this time that will be written according to the revised syllabus. That is, the experiment 1 is to determine the resistivity of a given wire by plotting a graph of potential difference V versus current. Potential difference V versus current, or versus current I. This is simply the Ohm's law. But here it is written resistivity. Now, if you want to do this experiment, then the instrument what we are using means the apparatus required. The apparatus required, that is the first one, there is a needs of regulated power supply or the battery, whatever it may be. That is the first. The second one, milliammeter. I am taking a milliammeter. Then there is a voltmeter. This is the voltmeter. Then there is rheostat. Then there is connecting wires. And this is the wire whose resistivity to be calculated. And I have taken this wire of 1 meter. I have taken it is 1 meter. It is 1 meter. I have taken. So this is the wire whose resistivity to be calculated. So this is our experiment. And this is, and another is one-way key, connecting wire, rheostat. So what are the things? Battery, one-way key, rheostat, milliammeter, voltmeter, connecting wire, given resistance, given wire, screw gauge. Here it is needed for the measurement of the diameter, screw gauge. And here you see I have taken a small piece of paper. This piece of paper is called sandpaper. usually before connecting all, this end where to be connection to be done, first of all it should be rub properly by help of this end, so that it will be have very good conduction. If it will be not rubbed properly, sometimes you cannot get the proper reflection. So it should be rubbed. So the sandpaper is also used here, and a scale which will measure the length. So these are the things we are using in this instrument. Now you know that we are plotting a graph of potential difference versus current. The relation between potential difference and current, that is given by your Ohm's law. That is the theory. So the Ohm's law say, you know it, that the electric current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the ends if the physical condition is constant, because we have the area of the section, the length, the temperature of the surrounding is constant. So we are writing V is proportional to I. So you are writing V equal to resistance R into I. So if you are plotting the graph between V and I, suppose you are taking the potential difference in one axis. Suppose you are taking potential difference, current, as it is directly proportional, according to theory, the graph will be a straight line. V versus I graph. For different value of V, you find different value of I, and you plot the graph. After plotting the graph, if you take the slope is this by this. Slope is 1 by R. So your resistance R is inverse of this slope. The resistance R, that will be the inverse of this slope. But you are able to find out what is resistivity. But the resistivity, you know, that is rho, that is equal to RA by L. So that is equal to if you take the IR and the diameter of the IR is small d, then the area of cross section A, that is your pi by 4d square. So it can be written as pi by pi d square divided by L 4 into R. So you can find the value of R plotting the graph. Length can be measured by help of the scale. I have taken 1 meter length, and small d, that is the diameter, can be measured by the screw gauge. So these are the things. So let us see how to connect them. So for the connection, you see this is the circuit. Here you see this is the battery. It will be connected. This is positive terminal. The positive terminal of this is connected to the positive of the emitter. This is your emitter. This is negative terminal. Now in between these 2 points, you see the positive terminal of this. So at the positive terminal of this, your negative of the emitter is connected, as well as the resistance coil. This is the resistance. This is the coil. This is the IR, given IR whose resistance to be connected. So at this point, the positive of the voltmeter, negative of this, and the coil. So between these 2 points connected with this, and the negative of this other end of the wire, they are connected to the one end of the rheostat, and other end of the rheostat is connected to the key, and other end of the key is connected to the negative terminal of the cell. So let us see how I am connecting here. Here you see, after that when you take the instrument, the second thing is you have to calculate I have told the list count. So first I am finding the list count. Here you see, I am taking this voltmeter. This voltmeter, if you see, it is from 0 to 3. Range is 0 to 3 volt, and it is 0 to 0.5, and in between there are 10 divisions. It means your voltmeter, list count of voltmeter here, I am taking that is equal to how much? That is 0. You see, it is 0.5 divided by 10. So 0.05 volt. Range of voltmeter, that is 0 to 3 volt. Next is list count of ammeter. Here you see, this is a milliampere. It is 100. You see, this is from 0 to 500, and here it is 0. This is 100 milliampere. In between them there are 10 divisions. So one division is 10 milliampere, and range of ammeter, that is equal to 0 to 500 milliampere. And the screw gauge we are using also. So the list count of the screw gauge, that is your 0.001 cm. So these are the things you have to first write. First, determination of the list count and range of all the apparatus. After doing that, what you do? Let us have the connection. See carefully. Here you see, I have told I am starting from the cell. You see. So this is milliammeter positive terminal. Red means positive. If it is not written red, this is black. Always red is positive. This is positive terminal. Positive terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the cell. Here you see I have taken the cell. This is a battery. 2 cells I have connected. And this is the positive terminal. So what? This will be connected. I have connected this and with this. Positive is connected. Suppose I am connecting it. Okay. I have connected. Then see from there. Then it is connected. Then other end of the milliammeter. This is negative terminal. Negative terminal connected to the common terminal of these two. You see, this is voltmeter. This is the positive terminal of the voltmeter. The wire is connected here, and other is connected. This you see, this other wire connected to the negative. Other wire connected to the negative of the milliammeter. And other end, this resistance wire is also connected to other end, and from that it will be connected to the this negative, from negative, and this is connected to the end of the rheostat. Other end of the rheostat, you see, this is, do not connect this here. If you connect at this point and at this point, this will be parallel, so there is no deflection will come. One will be connected here, one will be connected here. So here I am connected, another I have connected here, other end of the rheostat, that will be connected with the key. You see, it will be connected with the key, one end of the key. Then other end of the key, that will be connected to the other end of the cell. You see, negative of the cell. It will be connected with the negative of the cell. Negative of the cell. Okay. Now you see, it is so 0, 0. See carefully. I think it will be slightly, it is showing 0, 0. It means initial reading, when you take the reading of the both instrument, if you take the reading of the both instrument, then you have to take the first one is note down of the reading. So here your observation, then V in volt, I in milliampere. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose that 5 observation guide. Initially it is 0, 0. Let us take another one. Initially 0, 0. When there is no 0, 0 identity. Now the second one. What you do? You give the key. Now I am on it. You see. You take it to one end. You see. Extreme end. Take it to the extreme end. See carefully. What it show? I think it is giving. You see straight. When I am taking the reading, it should be seen straight. It is at the second line. Here it is in voltmeter in the second line, and here it is in which line? It is 5, 6, 7 line. It is around 6 after, it is just after 6. So it is at the second division. It is at the, what is the least count? Least count is 0.05 volt. For this it is 0.05 volt. And it is in the second line. It means into 2 division. So it is 0.1 volt. Yani it is 0.1. Do not write V here because I have already written here all are in volt. So no need to write always here. What you are writing unit here, the entry what you have done, that is in that unit. And here it is in the 6th division. And I have told it is 1 is 10 milliampere. So it is 10 milliampere into 6. So it will be 60 milliampere. Yani it is 60. It is coming 60. Now I am changing it. So if you will change the rheostat, you see, I am going to next 2 division of the voltmeter. You adjust. Now it is coming. You keep. I have taken this is the 4th division. And here you see, it is in the 12 number division. So it is 4 division means it is 0.05 into 4. So it is 0.2. This is 120. Now again you change it. Adjust it at the voltmeter at the 3rd one. Okay, it is 3rd one. So it is means 6 number division. So So it is 0.3 and it is in the millimeter, it is at 18 division. So it is 180. Again adjust it. Okay. C straight. Here you see, when you are taking the measurement, here there is a mirror strip. You see, below the scale there is a mirror strip. Here there is no mirror strip. Here there is a mirror strip. Here also there is a mirror strip. Here also there is a mirror strip. It means to avoid parallax, you see the image of the pointer in the mirror strip, and that should be coincide. That should be coincide. So it is at the 4. So it is 4 means this is your 0.4 and it is at it is coming 200, it is 23, it is 23 number. So it is coming 230. Now I am adjusting for another one. Let in between you see whether the wire is heated. If it is heated, then you off the switch, because if it will be heated, then the resistance will change. If the resistance will change, then it will be no more. So it is no more. V is directly proportional to I. So it is 0.5 and it is coming 280 means 28. It is coming 280. It is coming 280. So these are the reading. See carefully. Then you plot a graph between them. If you see here, this ratio, this by this divided by this divided by this is constant, but this divided by this is slight variation is there. If you see this graph, if you want to plot the graph, then plot the graph taking the scale, proper scale in both the axes. So you plot the graph, take V this side. So when I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your in volt. This is your 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. In the graph you take 2 cm. So in the scale in the graph you write 1 cm in x-axis. In x-axis that is equal to 0.1 volt. So 0.05 volt. So you take 2 division. Here there is so 2 cm, because the graph paper is bigger one, so extend it. So 2 cm and 2 cm, 2 cm you take like that. In y-axis, as the range is there, so you take each one 50. So 1 cm in y-axis, 1 cm, 1 cm. That is equal to, you take 50 million. 50 million. So like that you can do. So you take here, so it is 2 cm, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 or 1 cm. So and it is I in million. Now if you see this graph, see carefully. Suppose if I will take the scale, here, if you see, then it is 60. 1 is 60 here. So the graph will be, this is your 0.2, it is दिस इज 100, सो इट इज 120, ये 60 है, ये 120 है, and here if I am taking, then it is your 3, this is coming 180. But here you see, after that, when I am taking it is 0.4, then it will be slightly decreasing. You see the gap is decreasing here. It means the graph is looking like this. Yes, it's a graph. After that, slightly. Actually, this type of things is happening. So when you are determining, you take the maximum number of points and take the slope of this. So this is the thing to thought. This is to think. Because what will happen when I am giving slightly increasing the current, if the temperature will be increased. So if the temperature will be increased, the graph is slightly bent like this. If the graph is slightly bent like this, it means the slope is decreasing. As the slope is decreasing, the resistance is increasing. So usually one question is given last year in the CBSE. When we are dealing with the Ohm's law, we are dealing with the low temperature or low current. If the current will be more, then there will be heating effect of it, as a result of which practically if you take correctly, then the graph will be like this. Sometimes students are doing, after doing 1 or 2, they are doing, others are in that proportion. Actually if you do the experiment, it will be not like that. It will not like that. So you take, and while you are finding the slope, you take the maximum number of points which are in the straight line, take the slope. And if you take here the slope, if I am taking the slope, here the slope, the resistance R is 1 by slope. 1 by slope means I am taking from this by this. Let us take these 2 points or these 2 points. If I am taking these 2 points, it is 0.3 minus 0.1 in volt divided by these 2 points I am taking. So this is your 60. This point corresponds to 180. So it is 180 minus 60. This much millimeter. So you are getting 0.2 divided by, this is 120 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it will be 0.2 into 10 to the power 3 by 120. So you calculate it. That much ohm you can calculate. So after calculation of the resistance, you in the record you plot this in the graph paper. Now after plotting this, you are aim to find the resistivity. So resistance we have calculated, and I have taken already, when I have before connection, I have taken the length of the wire. So this is the calculation. So this, when you are taking the length of wire I have taken, that is 1 meter I have taken. Now you can find the diameter. So by that, for the calculation of the diameter, you take only one reading. So if you take only one reading, so this is the screw gauge. Put it here. And once tight it. Now I am getting the initial one. Initial reading I have got 80. I am writing 80. Now I am release it. Then I am closing it. I have not found 80 again, but I have got the number of complete rotation is 0. and I have got it 8. Final is 8. So initial I have got 80, final I have got 8. So if you take the difference, so your number of complete rotation is 0. So PSR, pitch scale reading, is pitch into n, so it is 0 cm. Then circular scale reading, this is your I difference F into LC, so it will be 80 minus 8 into 0.001 cm, so you are 72, so 0.072 cm. So this is your, so the diameter D, that is PSR plus CSR, so the diameter D equal to 0.072 cm. So now your work is, you have got diameter, you have got length L, so you put in the formula in the calculation part, you put the formula R equal to, your I have put that pi d square divided by 4L into R. So you calculate it and it will be coming in ohm meter. Convert it to meter. So in this into, so convert it into meter and put here. Otherwise you will be get different. All should be taken to the SI unit. This is in meter. So convert it into meter. So that, and R is you have calculated. Put all the value. So you can find. So you can find the value of the resistivity. So this is to calculate the resistivity of the given wire. So in this experiment, there are, here you see some sources of error is there, because when I have connected the wire at the end, some length is not calculated, because this much length which is folded here. So due to that some error may become. If the connection should be made by the warping it properly by the sandpaper, otherwise the error will become. Now 2 or 3 questions are there, so you think about it. The first question is, suppose I will connect this terminal here in the rheostat here, then what will happen to the reading? This is the first question. Second is, suppose I will connect this voltmeter in series, in parallel, and ammeter in series, then what will happen to the reading? The second thing. The third thing is, why always the voltmeter is connected in series and the ammeter is connected in parallel in an electrical circuit. So ancillary more other experiment is there according to your NCERT syllabus. So if you, the best you see the book of the NCERT, practical book of the NCERT, and in the coming video we will try to have some more additional things about the potential difference, current, length, area cross section of the wire, and also in the meter gauge. So accordingly you can write this experiment. Thank you all. Good day.